Hey, how you guys doing? Today's video topic is on Chris Benoit, and is it a possibility he did not kill his family? Well, basically, from the notes I took, I'll go over them, and this won't take long. Basically, they said his death occurred on a 3-day period, and he died on June 25th, 2007, when Chavo Guerrero and some other guy, I forgot who he was sending him messages, and the WWE reported they check on them, and they found the bodies of Nancy, Daniel, and Chris in their homes. Basically, they said Nancy Benoit had died from someone put her knee on her back and strangled her with a cord. Daniel Benoit, who had died of, basically he was suffocated, but he was put on Xanax and was unconscious before he died by Chris Benoit. Bibles were placed by their bodies, and Nancy had a towel over her. Daniel Benoit had a knife under his bed, but the knife was not used during the murder-suicide. Basically, Chris Benoit hung himself in the weight room with a weight cord after letting weights go, and he hung himself in his weight room, basically, and that's how he died, with no note saying he was going to kill himself or anything like that. Basically, also, Chris Benoit's dad, going through his Bibles and diaries and stuff, had said that Chris Benoit had left a note saying that he was prepared to leave the earth in some kind of way, Maybe because he was upset about Eddie Guerrero dying, I don't know. His brain was messed up due to a lot of concussions. It wasn't real. I guess we can't really prove that it was roid rage, Plus, his brain resembled an 85-year-old man on some kind of head trauma. I can't really explain it, but he had the brain of an 85-year-old man as far as his issues went. Benoit and Nancy had also divorced before, because apparently Nancy divorced Chris due to domestic abuse from Chris Benoit. So he's been abusive before. And according to Hardcore Holly, Benoit did drink a lot. And, maybe drinking a lot and stuff, maybe that's another thing, But some people say, according to Rene Dupree's thoughts on it were maybe he was drinking with Xanax and accidentally killed his wife, woke up, didn't know what the fuck happened, then went and killed his son before putting him on Xanax and making him unconscious, and then killed him, and then hung himself, and then woke up saying what the fuck happened, and then he killed himself the next day because he didn't want to face the consequences. Bless Rene Dupree. Hardcore Holly did say Chris Benoit did drink a lot. Now, as far as these facts goes, I don't think this had to do with roid rage. I think roid rage happens in time, I don't think he had roid rage and killed everybody according to how this happened. So I don't think steroid abuse had nothing to do with it. It could have helped, but I highly doubt it. I think all those concussions would have maybe had him do that. But who knows? Maybe someone killed Nancy's wife. I mean, somebody killed Chris Benoit's wife. Not Nancy's wife, I'm stupid. But some people think Kevin Sullivan, who is Nancy's ex, they think Kevin Sullivan murdered Nancy. Some people believe Chris Benoit had nothing to do with it. And it's a possibility. I mean, we can't really prove it from these facts. Maybe it wasn't really a 3-day period. Maybe they all died on the same day and they're just kind of looking at the facts. I'm just saying, maybe Chris Benoit had other issues. Maybe it wasn't, I mean, it was an unsuccessful relationship. Who knows? But looking at these facts, it's kind of hard to prove if it was Chris Benoit who did it or not. Maybe, some people said Daniel and Nancy were everything to Chris Benoit. So why would Chris Benoit do something like that? What would make a guy go so crazy he goes and kills his wife and son and then hangs himself? Who knows? Maybe Chris Benoit came home, saw them dead, and then decided, if they die, I'm going to die. that kind of thing. Just because your brain's all messed up doesn't mean that, you might do. I mean, people lose their minds every day, But, I guess who knows? Who really knows the truth? Bibles left by their bodies, sayings prepared to leave the earth. I'm saying, do you believe Chris Benoit did this? Or were they murdered by someone else and Chris Benoit saw them dead and hung himself? I'm saying it's a possibility. These facts may not prove nothing. But, in my opinion, I think just maybe Chris Benoit had nothing to do with that. Who knows? Maybe it's all a misunderstanding. It's either he did or didn't. I think there's something there that we're not seeing. The news will always tell you things negative to get views. So the news is. But right away they just declared that he murdered them and it was his fault. The question is, I guess we'll never know. And that's my opinion of Chris Benoit's death. Thanks for watching, and bye.